good morning and happy Bank Holiday Monday to absolutely each and every single one of you that are watching right now. If you're watching right now, we've got a few gremlins on Facebook, so to everybody on YouTube, hello, good morning. And for anybody on Facebook, if you're watching catch up, hi. Right, it is me by myself today. My name is Debby Robinson for those people that don't know, and we are kick-starting off this week at Crafters TV with your first live show, and it's with a brand new weekly wonder, which I'm super excited about because I love a little bit of a mixed media theme, love maybe a new paper pad thrown in there. Now, first things first, we'll say good morning to a fair few of you that are watching. If you're watching on YouTube, good morning to everybody. I've got the lovely Jan, who's our social media superstar this morning, who's going to be popping all the comments through on some little phone here at the side, and that'll be applying to everybody who's watching on Facebook as well, once we've got all those little gremlins sorted out. Now, I am here by myself. Well, I say that, but there are other people in the building. In my ear right now, I've got our lovely Sam. We've also got Jamie and Johnny in the building, who will be with us for the later shows, because don't forget, we will be kickstarting with Wake Up Call, and normal service will resume because our lovely Craig will be with me as well. But for this hour, I'm going to be giving you a little sneaky peek into the weekly wonder and everything about it, and you don't want to miss it, and you want to be that early bird that catches the worm, because there's something a little bit exclusive in this showstopper that I know you're going to absolutely love, kind of following on from a theme that we did last week, I hear. So, with that said, what is the weekly wonder? Well, let me tell you what it's all about, and let me show you what it's all about. So your weekly wonder is your multimedia tag dies, and I absolutely love these. This is a 6-piece die set. Now, the packaging itself doesn't do it justice. I'm going to show you each and every single one of them, but it honestly opens up some endless possibilities when it comes to your crafting, and I'm going to show you lots of samples and throw in a demo through this hour that show you lots of different ideas on how you can use them. So these are our multimedia cutting dies. That means that these dies actually don't just cut through cardstock, they cut through things like mount board. They cut through things like fabrics, whether it be a cloth fabric, like a cotton, whether it be leather, and so much more, because you can go through your acetate with ease with these. And like I said, lots of different materials where you're going to be able to use them. And they're going to come in really useful for everything that is in the need of a tag. So things like your gift boxes and your gift cards, you know, the gift cards that you can pop on there. I'm going to show you some really clever ideas that our design team have come up with, so that you can take this die set and move it into a lot more things than you would traditionally think of a tag being for. Now, with that said, let me show you those tags up close and personal, because I did say to you, I don't think it shows them off to their best ability and the size of them. Now, these are the 4 of the smallest. If you zoom out, you are going to see just how big these tags go. Hello? Yeah, absolutely. We've got 6 fabulous tags, 6 great sizes as well. These you're going to be able to use for your larger presents, if you want to take it into card making and things like that, which I'm going to show you in a second. These are all the lovely things that you can be going to be doing with them. But that's your actual tag die set. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I've heard on the grapevine that you were absolutely loving this. I think Craig's been teasing this now for absolutely ages. With good, honestly, it's one of my favourites. I know that I sound like a broken record when I say this every time we bring out a paper pad, but this one is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely adore it. It's called the Stardust Celebrations. It is 36 double-sided papers, and I'm just going to tell you that your B side is equally as beautiful as your A side. Yeah, it looks like we've captured those fireworks in the I mean, this literally is the most beautiful paper pad. Absolutely stunning, where you're looking up into the sky and you're seeing all those gorgeous explosions, those colours, those bright lights. It is absolutely stunning. And I will show you the B side of this as well in a second, but the colour palette on this is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take my time showing you through each of those designs. There are 12 in total. Each one equally as beautiful as the other one. The colour palette, that I just love. Can you see in the background there, the clouds? That literally looks like we've taken a photo, sorry, of the sky at night with the exploding fireworks and captured it to perfection. It is absolutely beautiful. Seriously beautiful. This is the time to be getting ahead of the game and getting over to that website and having a little look. Now I'm going to show you the B-side. Normally we just flick through this, but I wanted you to see just how gorgeous the B-side of this pad is. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to lie, very difficult to decide which side you're going to use, because look, we're calling this a B-side. What is this? This looks like an A-side of that paper pad. Like I said, you're going to be multi-buying this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, the colour palette on there is incredible as well. So there's 12 designs. You're getting 3 sheets of each one of these. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is your B-side of your glorious 12 by 12 paper pad. It is absolutely beautiful, and no wonder Craig absolutely fell in love with this. Like the rest of the team, I'm not going to lie, this is absolutely incredible. Now, I'm going to talk through the showstopper. Even though we're not doing anything right now, I'm going to tell you, head over to that website. We'll go through the showstopper deal with you in a moment and tell you all about it. But just go over to that website, have a little look on there and get ahead of the game before we do officially start with the wake-up call at 12 and the official launch at 2 p.m. here in the UK. Now, included in the showstopper, you're also going to get some Centura Pearl, with the hint of silver, this one, so it's got that lovely silver streak running through there. There are 10 sheets in there for you as well. Now, are you ready to see brand new today? Are you ready to see the latest of our designs that we've got? We've gone tote bags again, because we all know you love a tote bag. I love a tote bag. And I saw the little Binny. In fact, Jamie was modelling it for me this morning. Well, would you fancy a tote bag? Oh yes, I fancy a tote bag. A very large, can I just go back? A very large tote bag as well. And this one is called the Craft Tote. Look at that, it is absolutely gorgeous. In, of course, our team purple colour, but beautiful with your Crafter's Companion, original and best logo, in my opinion. But this tote bag is going to be in that showstopper. And can I tell them all about that showstopper? Am I okay to tell them? Go on, Av, do you know what? I'm in charge today. Nobody's here to tell me off, even though Johnny's in the building. I'm just going to tell you, you can get hold of the tag dies, the paper pad, the Centura Pearl, and the exclusive tote bag in that showstopper deal. And it's going to be coming in at £50 here in the UK, and it's tariff-free bundle for you, for all of our stateside friends, and it's coming in at $60. Basically, you're paying for these two, like so, and you are going to get the Centura Pearl and that gorgeous tote bag for an extra £10 more. So honestly, it's an absolute steal of a deal, and it is, of course, kickstarting Crafters TV off this week with our weekly Wonder. I love that name, the Weekly Wonder. Now, before I show you some samples, I'm going to have a little look, because I can see some names popping up on the screen. Let's have a little look and see who's joining us today. So, hi to Jan, who is keeping check of things. Jan, are we on Facebook at the minute? Are we back? Are we up and running on Facebook? We're not sure. They'll get back to me. So, Janice Nell says, good morning, you all from Texas. Terry Bowers, says, good morning from Tennessee. It's 4 a.m. Artistic Expressions and by Sarah. It says, good morning from Tennessee. It is 4 a.m. Terry Bowers is from Arizona, sorry. But 4 a.m., that is dedication. Literally dedication, Sarah, to be getting up and watching us at 4 a.m. in the morning. Are you that early bird that's going to catch that worm? Tariff-free bundle there for you. Love it, and wait till you see the samples. Honestly, you're going to absolutely adore this. Alexandra Gerlin on YouTube says, good morning, Debbie, Jan and Crafty Peeps. I've ordered the showstopper early, but just ordered 2 further of these stunning paper pads. You see, this is it. You can get these paper pads separately. I think they're £14.99 or £19 $19.95. Head over to that website because I'm not doing anything with all my little things here at the side today. That'll be starting at with our wake-up call with myself and Craig later. But yeah, if you like anything that you've seen, then head over to that website right now and go and get that bundle in your basket and check out. Make sure you check out. Catherine Gorton on YouTube, she says, loves these pads, been waiting for them and have already ordered 2. Do you know, I've got a feeling I ain't hanging around today. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do in between the break, between the end of this show and the start of Wake Up Call, because I absolutely adore that pad. I've already used a fair amount of my own pad for some demonstrations for later, and let me tell you, it is stunning. Such gorgeous quality as well, and the designs on it are absolutely beautiful. Betty Weaver, good morning, Betty Weaver, says from her on YouTube on her Idaho. Is it Idaho? I think that's how you say that. And yes, we're not quite live on Facebook just yet. We will get those gremlins sorted. You can tell it's a bank holiday Monday, can't you? Do you ever feel like it's going to be the start of one of those weeks? I hope not. We'll make sure we'll get that fixed though. Crafting, not grafting by Hillary on YouTube. Hi everyone, Showstopper Julie purchased. I love a tote. So do I, Hillary. I absolutely love. And Alexandra's got back to me. She says, I don't think I'd be watching anything earlier than 6 a.m. Oh my goodness, I'm in the UK at the moment. You'll have to excuse me, Alexandra. You'll have to excuse me. The timing is perfect for me. You're in the UK. Lovely. Love it. Pauline Hassel on YouTube says, good morning, Debbie and crew from Cheshire. Cheshire? Given a new name, Cheshire. Love that paper pad. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, before I give you a little idea of how to use the paper pad and how to use the tags together, let me show you some of the amazing things that our design team members have done with these tags. Now, if you love your mixed media and you want to create some lovely mixed media projects, then we'll start with this gorgeous tag here, which is just absolutely divine, using, by the looks of it, some stunning paper there. And I'm just going to make sure that our lovely Sean gets a nod to her wonderful work. It's the Celebrate the Good Times stitched numbers on there as well. It's Facebook Live. Yay! Hello, Facebook. Where have you been? We've missed you. 12 minutes in, we've been wondering where you've all been. Good morning to each and every one of you. I'll recap in a second for you all, for those that might have missed out. But yeah, so this is a beautiful example of how you can use it and cut onto mount board as well, and is an absolutely beautiful piece there. Now, with that said, what about taking it into your card making and disguising it there? Can you see the tag? Beautiful. Absolutely love that. Again, another one from the fabulous Sean. What about into your boxes and using the tag on the front as a focal piece? That is absolutely stunning. I've got so many more to show you. Let me just show you a few more of these. Love this tag, Jan. I'm not going to lie. This is our social media superstar, Jan. Love the little shaker element to it. Might have to do something similar because that is absolutely beautiful. Love that. Now, Nicole. We give our Nicole a challenge every time we bring out new product, and she comes back, and I don't know where she gets the idea. So Nicole Brethwick, if you're watching, my crafting oracle, I absolutely love what you do and how you take something and then make it into something else. And this one's absolutely fabulous. So she's created a gorgeous, lovely recipe card. I love this. Recipes for, and with on the back as well, she took the time and the trouble to do and go and make a lovely lemon cookie. Or maybe you want to make a little bit of chocolate chip cookies. What a great idea, by putting it on one of these keychains and then just literally using it as a little recipe card, maybe for a gift for someone, maybe it's going to be for you on your kitchen side. But these have all been cut out into mount board, and then all of those lovely, and I love it. And the fact of, let me just show you this as well. Can you grab in that, Sam? She's used it to create the back of the box as well. How clever is that? That looks absolutely fabulous. Nicole, you're a crafting genius, and I absolutely blooming love you. And can I also give a little nod to Nicole, because I normally see all these makes and the marketing suite and things like that and think they always do them for Sarah and Leanne and Craig. I've got my own. Love this. This is fabulous. I absolutely love this. You are invited to my 80s retro birthday party and creating a fabulous invitation with the tags. Look, that is for Ben and Laura, my TV hubster and his real wife. Come and have a little party. Then you've got, let's read what that says. I would love for you both to join me on the 28th of June. It's not really my birthday party then. At my home. Ooh, I'm going to have a party at home, 4 p.m. onwards. These are the kind of things that you can be doing with it. And I absolutely love the fact that they put the RSVP. Don't worry, that's not my number. It's just a made-up one. Just don't be thinking you can screenshot that and take that. That's not my number. But I absolutely adore this. What a cracking way of making a different kind of invitation. And she's just given me some really cracking ideas because I absolutely adore that. Let's have a little look as well. I'm dying to see. I've seen this on the pictures, but I just wanted to see what it looked like. Oh, if you love your mini albums, please excuse me, I'm having a little bit of a hot flush, so I'm going to just take the cardigan off and just to come in and have a little, I've just had producer Johnny jump in, although he's not technically supposed to be working, bless his little heart, but Gemplate just jumped in, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of a heads up and a little bit of a warning. The pad, which I did say to you, we had a feeling, as our lovely Leanne would say, I predict a riot. You are absolutely going bananas for it, and it's going crazy busy. Even at 10 a.m. here in the UK, and whatever time it is stateside, you guys are absolutely loving that pad, and it is flying out of the door. So please don't think that you can hang around and perhaps until lunchtime and think that there might be some left on their own. There might not be. So just a little heads up there, just to give you that. It's one of those, I hate to think that you'd miss out, so please just make sure you head over to that website and get checked out early. You can come back and watch all the demonstrations and everything throughout the day, but just thought I'd give you a little heads up. Going back to this fabulous creation, this is a bit of me. A lovely little mini album with all the tags on there that you could be creating your precious memories. This is absolutely stunning, and I have a feeling this is another Nicole, even though I can't find any where it says who that belongs to, but isn't that absolutely, it's incredible. I love that so much, and I have dropped the ribbon on the floor that I will pick up in a little while. But yeah, just use those tags. Don't just think it has to be a tag. It could be into your card making. You could actually create a card with it. I'm going to try and recreate that later because I think that's absolutely fabulous, and that's just with a little clever little attachment, like a little tab to seal both of those together to create that fabulous card. Love that. These ideas just give you some ideas on how you can be using this. Another one of our lovely Jan special there, creating a card with a tag with a lovely verse on the front. What about your scrapbook pages? Do you love scrapbooking? I love scrapbooking. One of my favourite things to do, but you could take it into your scrapbooking pages as well. So love what Rachel's done with this. Look at the tags at the bottom. Created a really funky design on the bottom of the scrap. I just love that. And then use the tag there as well and put that into a scrapbook page. And if you love your smaller scrapbook pages, you could absolutely go into your smaller ones as well. So this is a lovely 8x8 one. Again, really, really love the use of that. And you could be putting photos of your loved ones on there. You could be putting, like, if it's a cinema ticket, you know, if you want to capture something, like you've had a really good experience, like a spa day or something like that, you could be putting all those little things into there, onto those tags as well. So honestly, tons of different ways that you can use them, and I know that you guys are loving these just as much as I am, because I've heard on the grapevine, even at this early hour, you are absolutely loving it. And I'll recap, because I am aware that Facebook have just joined us, so we'll have a little look at some more comments and some more hellos. Now, Rebecca, are you now watching us on Facebook? Because she said, hello, Debbie, not yet on Facebook. So are you still watching on YouTube? Because I have heard on good authority. Are we on Facebook now, guys? We can confirm we are on YouTube and we are on Facebook. Mary Shaw on YouTube says, good morning, everyone. Stephen, it's lovely to have you. We were a little bit late to the party. Do apologise. A little bit of a gremlin going off. A bank holiday madness, I think it is. Call it a little bank holiday gremlin there. But Stephen Nicole is watching us on Facebook and is the first one in to say that he's ordered this showstopper early this morning. Good morning, Stephen. I hope you're well. Anastasia Paget on YouTube says, peace and love, watching from Atlanta, Georgia in the US. It's 5:15 a.m. in the morning and it's raining with thunderstorms. Oh, bless your little heart. One of those duvet days, I suspect. We've had a little bit of a turn in the weather. Round here, it's gone all windy and rainy. 2 weeks. Can you see the colour of me? 2 weeks of glorious sunshine we've just had. I've got a really nice colour, brown. And now the weather has turned again. Typical English weather. Typical English weather. So my heart goes out to you with the rainstorm and thunderstorms. It's not very nice, is it? Lynn Harvey, good morning, Lynn. Hi, Debbie and the amazing CTV team, the wonderful social superstar, and absolutely everyone. Hope everyone is well and enjoying their day. So, you guys on Facebook, well, just recap very quickly before I go into a demonstration what the showstopper is, what the weekly wonder is. Look, it's up. Wait a minute. There. The Weekly Wonder. Kickstarting this morning, the Weekly Wonder, and the showstopper is the mixed media tags with that gorgeous Stardust paper pad. And I will just show you very quickly, just to recap for those people that might have missed out on Facebook. This is your multimedia tag die set. 6 fabulous sized tags. All multimedia dies, which means it's going to cut throughout a variety of different materials that include your mount board, any type of fabric from your cottons, which you could cut out multiple ones, leather, faux leather, acetate, craft metal, and so much more because of that multimedia die cut feature. And these dies are copper in colour, which we'll show you when I go into that demonstration. They are designed to work with all of our Gemini die cutting machines. However, these will work with any of your die cutting machines, whether it be a manual or a electronic. And the size of them, the biggest die for anybody wanting to know, is just over 6 inches, that largest die that you can see here. So it's just over 6 inches by just under 4 inches. And the smallest one, right down there, the smallest one is just over 1 inch by under 2 inch. So you can see the size of them. I always say the packaging never does it justice. That's exactly what you're getting. Now, that's your dies, the paper pad. We'll just go over it one more time because it's absolutely beautiful and flying out of the door. This 12 by 12 paper pad is called the Stardust Celebrations. It's the one where when Sarah previewed this, you all went crazy for. And is there any wonder? When we all saw this a few months ago now, we absolutely lost our minds because of not only the quality of the paper, but the quality of the design. Look at that. It's like looking up in the sky to watch all of those fabulous fireworks. It's my favourite time of, and I know that there's some controversy about, you know, your fireworks and things like that, but I absolutely love looking up into the sky and seeing that beautiful, beautiful explosion of your fireworks. I always love New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, watching the London, where we do it down at Big Ben and all over the London. Is it the London Thames? It is, isn't it? Yeah, down in London. And I love to watch it live on it. I'd love to go and watch it live, but because I imagine that this would be the scene where you look up into that sky and see all of those beautiful explosions. Now, that's the A side, guys. You want to see the B side? The B side, equally as beautiful. Look at this. This is meant to be the more muted side. What? What? It's absolutely stunning. If you're going to make envelopes or if you're going to make boxes that you want something to look beautiful on the inside as the outside, then this is the pad for you. It is absolutely stunning. I adore it. I adore the colour palette. I adore the fact that you've got all of the B side looking just as gorgeous as the A side. And I swear, guys, you absolutely need to make sure that if you want multiples of this, you head over to that website and you go and get that checked out. You can buy these individually at £14.99 here in the UK, at $19.95 in the US. If you want to get hold of that on its own, I'll talk about the Weekly Wonder in a second, but if you want to get this on its own, it's flying out of the door. And don't forget those prices I've just said to you, that's not with your Club Inspire. That's not got your Club Inspire on there. So please do make sure you get hold of that. Now, this is part of the Weekly Wonder. So with your mixed media dies or your multimedia dies, you've got the Stardust Celebration paper pad. You're also going to get in there some 10 sheets of our fabulous Centura Pearl, which this one is the Hint of Silver. Absolutely gorgeous. Going to be perfect for cutting multiple layers of your tag dies out. Now, you guys on Facebook, the YouTubers have already seen this, but look at this. Absolutely gorgeous tote bag. The latest in a long line of our tote bags. This time it's called the Craft Tote in that fabulous team purple colour there. Incredible, but it's only available in the Showstopper. Is that right, Sam? Only available in the Showstopper? Yep. You can't get that on its own. It is only available in the Showstopper. And the Showstopper deal here in the UK, and again, this is not with your Club Inspire membership level off, so please just remember this. It's £50 here in the UK, it's $60 in the US, and more importantly, it's tariff-free. So there's no extra charge, nothing, it's tariff-free. So make sure you get over to that website, go and do all what you need to do to check that out. And literally what you're paying for is the paper pad and the tag dies. That's what you're paying for. And for an extra £10, or is it £10, $10? Yeah, £10, $10 is the extra tote bag and that Centura Pearl, which I think is a fabulous showstopper. Now, we're going to regroup. We're going to pause for a second. I'm going to read some more comments, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to make one of my favourite tall bags, I think, and we're going to use those tag dies and incorporate both of those together in a demo, because I can't believe nearly half of the show is already flying. I've already seen Mr. Craig Laird is in the building. Is he in there? Is he in the gallery? Good morning, Mr. Hottie Scotty. He's saying good morning to everybody. He said, see you all very soon. See you all very soon. But whilst we are just going to I need to get myself all sorted. Whilst we're all getting sorted, we'll have a very short break. Please do come back and join me just in a second, and we'll get on with showing you how to use these fabulous things. See you all soon.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, briars, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelopes, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, craft kits, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice stamps, ink trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spelled quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft knives, full press, sparkle pots, Centura Pearl and sticky dots, pigment, ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board. Ultimate Buzz Compendium, Sarah Signature Collections, and don't forget Discovery Kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Welcome back, you lovely lots. I've just been trying to catch up on I've been trying to catch up on everything. I've had a cuddle from Craigie already. He smells divine, he looks gorgeous, and he's all ready and raring to get started with Wake Up Call. I just need to mention, though, before we do, now we had a big whopping stock of showstoppers. I'm just going to tell you right now, we've got, and I'm going to be total open and transparent with you. So we started with a huge figure. We are down to 170. And when I say it's possibly one of the busiest preview shows that we've ever had, I ain't lying, I'm telling you, and I know for a fact it's down to that paper pad and those fabulous dust.
Will I just go back home?
I know, that's what...
Home?
Joe, no, you can't go home. Don't leave me here all on my own all day. I were ready for bursting out into all by myself. I were ready for bursting out into song. You're not leaving me. You're not leaving me.
It must have been love. I watched Pretty Women last night. So that song's going round my head.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, so Craig's ready and raring to go, and lovely for him to jump in there. Let me just go back to a few of the comments, though, because we have only got and once those showstoppers have gone, they've gone. There's nobody here to help us. It's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK. You know what that means? They're all... I don't know if the microphone picked up what he just said then. Can I share? He said, well, they're all skiving. But there's nobody here to help us with the showstopper. So if you want to get it, and you want to get it at that incredible price, because those prices that I've been telling you, that is like the price of before your club membership's off. It's a tariff-free bundle, you stateside family and friends that are over there that are absolutely loving it. And it's the only way you can get hold of that tote bag. You can't buy that separately. It is literally in the showstopper only, with the tags, with that fabulous paper pad, which is literally flying out of the door. So, yeah, absolutely. Make sure you get hold of it whilst you can. So let's go back to a few more comments, because more of you joining us. I've got now, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Tominelli, which is Doreen Doe Pete on YouTube. She says, hello, Debbie and socials and everyone else. Carol Duncan on Facebook, she said, she's got all of this ordered, and she's going to work soon, so she didn't want to miss out. I like your thinking, Carol. I used to do the same, you know, in the morning before I left work. I used to watch the early morning shows in previous craft life before it was here, because obviously, yeah, but you get what I mean. And I used to go and order at the morning and then tape everything so that I could watch all the demonstrations later on. That's exactly how I used to do it. Lynn Harvey says she's ordered the showstopper as soon as she saw it on the website. Mandy Robson on Facebook says, morning, everyone. I've ordered the showstopper already. Michael, good morning, Michael and Stephanie. She says, it's big capitals. Good morning, Debbie. Stephanie and Michael say hello. Roll on the 7th. Yes, the 7th, the pop-up shop. I have got some bad news. I'm not there. And the only reason I'm not there is because I'm elsewhere. Otherwise, I would have been there with bells on, but I'm needed somewhere else. But you've got our lovely Craig, Debbie, Sarah, Leanne. I think Lily's there. I think all the team are there. So I think you're going to have a fabulous time, Michael and Stephanie. Rebecca Dancers on Facebook says this paper pad with... I thought you said something else then. Let me read that slowly. This paper pad with the popcorn template. Popcorn template. Rebecca, yes. That would look incredible. Alison Mason on Facebook says, I've had the paper pad on my wish list and finally got to buy it this morning. Yeah, I love it. Karen Bernard on Facebook said, have a wonderful trip. Wait a minute, wonderful trip. Where are you going? Oh, had a wonderful trip. You've been on a trip. That's it. I get it now, Karen. You've had a wonderful trip to West Virginia for your family reunion. I hope it went lovely. Do let us know. Panda Crafts on YouTube says, good morning, everyone. She got a day off because, of course, here in the UK, it is... is it a bank holiday everywhere else, or is it just a bank holiday here in the UK? Do let me know. Good morning, Craig, she said. Lynn says, good morning, Craig. See you soon on the shows. Yeah, you will do. He's gearing and getting ready for the next show. Julie Palmer's asked a question. Hello, Debbie. Will the mount board go through the Gemini 2? Yes, it will. I haven't got it lined up for this first demonstration, but I have got it lined up for Wake Up Call and for the other one. If I could grab hold of some mount board, if someone can get hold of some mount board for me, I'll show you how to do it and how to cut through the mount board. Laurie Barner on Facebook says, good morning from Gilbert, Arizona. Artistic Expressions by Sarah says, she's got a showstopper, woohoo! And Teresa Campbell on YouTube says, good morning, everyone, from Illinois. Right, let's get cracking because I am conscious, 35 minutes into the show, I've not shown you a single thing. I've just been literally talking and chatting. What have you got? Is an angel. I will show you how to cut through the mount board, Julie, so bear with because I'll show you. But yes, mount board is going to be your best friend for this one and it will cut through your mount board. And in fact, let us do that first. Let me grab my dies. Now, I'll show you all of these dies. These are big dies, starting with that largest one, right down to your little cute small one. You'll see straight away that it is a completely different colour. We had to differentiate between a regular die to a multimedia die because in the past, they used to be silver but confused everybody because a regular die is silver. We wanted to make sure it made more sense and that when you picked something up with a different colour, you knew that this was actually thicker than a regular die. And when I say thicker, I mean a more deeper ridge that cuts through. Now, with a deeper, and you can feel it, when you put your finger over to a regular die, you feel the difference. Now, it's not sharp, it ain't going to cut you, so don't think it's going to cut you, but it means that we've popped it into this copper colour so that you can physically tell straight away that that is not a regular die, that that is a multimedia die, without having to write MM on there for multimedia. So that's one of the reasons why we changed the colour. Now, for our lovely Julie, before I get on to my demonstration, our lovely Julie's asked if it will cut through mount board, so I'm going to show you. And it absolutely will. So mount board obviously is a lot thicker. You're talking a more well, I love mount board. I use it for a lot of things, especially in mixed media, multimedia, however you want to call it. And it is that one that I'm using, one of the larger ones. We do lots of various different sizes. Go and head over to the website, type in the search bar, mount board, and it'll bring it up for you. You may have already got some. You probably already got some. And if you have, that's absolutely fine. Now, cutting plate. It's on what? Sorry, Sam? Shop the day. Thank you very much, Sam. Look at that. Sam's doing a little bit of homework in there. Was that you, Johnny? Sam's taking the credit, but it's really Johnny. Nah, it don't matter. It don't matter who it is. You found it for me. Thank you very much, both of you. Teamwork makes the dream work in this building. We'll have no eyes in this building. Team. Oh, sorry, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie. Jamie came in here then, yeah. I've got Jamie, Sam and Johnny all in there. It's a bank holiday, you see. It's a bank holiday. Now, multimedia dies, you may have heard us talk about adding in your metal shim. You can do that if you want a crisp, clean cut, but I can show you how a multimedia die does work through mount board without the need to use your metal shim. But you can, by all means, if you want to preserve your cutting plate, you can absolutely pop that in onto the bottom. So in order to cut that, you would pop your cutting plate, your metal shim, the mount board, and then your die with the other cutting plate on the top. I prefer not to. I will be totally honest with you. I do have like a plate that I have for a multimedia purposes. So one of my plates, and actually I'm at home, I've actually put and marked my plate with MM so that I know that I've got one plate that I can use for all my multimedia dies. With that said, I'm going to pop in our plastic shim. And then our other cutting plate, and that's the combination that you would use a multimedia die with. So you may see and you'll hear, of course you can hear a difference because it is a deeper ridge die that is cutting through. So you will hear some clicking sounds and some cutting sounds. That is perfectly normal, it's perfectly natural. Why am I waving my hands around this morning? I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's perfectly normal and natural for that to happen. And you don't do... People think that you automatically got to do some damage to your plate. You're not. If you still do your housekeeping and still rotate, you absolutely can. But like I said, to be open and transparent at home, I do have one cutting plate that is for all of my multimedia uses, with the dies, sorry. So as you can see, we call it a hot knife through butter for a reason, because it has cut through that mount board. There it is, my poker tool. It's cut through that mount board perfectly well. I'm just going to literally remove that from there, and that's cut through your thick mount board cleanly and instantly, one pass of the machine, and it literally will cut through your mount board on your Gemini 2. Okay, so that question, I hope that answered your question for you, Julie. I think it was Julie. Yeah, Julie Palmer on YouTube. That's what I love about these shows, you know. We're live, we're interactive, can ask questions. I feel like I've gone back a few years, though, I'm not going to lie. Being by myself, even though there are some bodies in the building, being here by myself, doing the socials, doing all of this on my own, feels like I've hurtled back about 6-7 years. I'm not going to lie. Looking forward to Craig coming on the shows, though, and looking forward to some more demonstrations with this fabulous thing. So, Julie, in answer to your question, that is your multimedia tag cut out with mount board and the combination of your Gemini 2 machine plate-wise. So I hope that helped. Right, with that said, let's get on to this gorgeous paper pad. Which one do I use? Oh, go on, we'll use that one. I'll just go straight in. And I'm going to make one of my gift bags that I make out of a 12 by 12 sheet. So I'm going to bring in my scoring board, and I'm going to use my large scoring board for this one. I'm going to do this slightly different to how I normally do this one. So I'll probably do it in the... In fact, I'll repeat this one in the wake-up call, but I'll do it with the way that I normally do it, because, of course, this is a double-sided paper. I will just tell you as well, it is our normal 180 GSM. It's our normal uncoated, so you can add things to it. Not that you'd want to. It's absolutely stunning. Maybe add a bit of glitter. Use your glue pens and add a bit of glitter. Maybe add a little bit of a glossy highlight onto there, just by adding little drops on. That would look lovely as well. But it's uncoated, which means you can do things like that to it as well. And if you want, you can heat emboss onto it and stamp onto it. But I'm not going to lie, this paper pad is full of such beauty, I don't think you need to add very much to it. Right, so with that in mind, I'm going to bring in my tall bag measurements for you, and I'm going to just turn it to the bottom, like this way, because I want this bit to be the focal part. But I'm just going to pop in, and I'm just going to take my 12 by 12 sheet up to the butt of the scoreboard, and I'm just going to measure at 10 inches. Now, just a word of warning, because I am heavy-handed. I may have mentioned it once or twice when I come up here. I am a little bit heavy-handed. So I like to go over a few times lightly into the track to get my score line into place. In the past, 180 GSM, I think you've got to drag it down. You don't. You literally just do some gentle scoring a few times over the top, and you'll get that lovely, nice score line into place without fear of ripping or cracking your paper. So that's the first one in, and I'm just going to reinforce that. So let me just pop that down. There we go. And I'm going to pop a burnish just over. There we go. Nice and burnished, okay? And you can see there's no cracks. I haven't gone into it. I've not split it or anything like that. So that's the first one that I'm going to do. And that's going to basically be the bottom of my bag. So when I pop this on now, I'm going to put some more measurements in. So this is at 4 inches. And again, I'm going to be very gentle in how I go down. I'm not going to drag that tool going across really heavy. I'm going to just do it gently down into there a few times. And then I'm going to come in at 5 3/4 for this one. So it's 4 inches, 5 3/4. Take care not to move your paper from the butt of that board. So we're going to go at 5 3/4 inches. And again, I'm just going to come down into that track. And like I said, I'll probably show this again in the wake-up call, but I'll do it with the other way, where I put a lip at the top as well, and then and you can make a smaller bag with it. But we'll just go in with this for now. Right, so we've got 4, 5 3/4. We're going to jump up to 9 3/4 now. So 9 3/4 is the next one. So coming at 9 3/4, and again, I'm just going to make sure I've got nice and lightly, not too heavy. And then the last one of that measurement is 11.5. So it's at 11.5 inches. There are ways round that you can do this with a smaller scoring board as well. It just means that you would burnish and move that on, and I'll talk about that. If you think about the difference between the 4 to the 5 3/4, you'd score it at your 4. You'd be able to get your 5 3/4, but then you would have to fold that, burnish it, and then push that up to the butt of the board. And I'll probably do that in the wake-up call to explain how to do it. And then you just take that measurement between the two for the last couple of score lines. So you can do it on a small scoreboard, but I'll probably go into a little bit more depth because we are fast running out of time. Don't know where the time goes in this building, but we are fast running out of time already. But yes, so all I'm going to do now is put those score lines into effect by burnishing them, and then all of them to get a nice crisp clean. Don't know who's ringing me. How rude. They must not know I'm on a show. There we go. I'll do that again. Sorry if you heard the buzz in there. Right, and then let's go in and put the last one in, which is this small one here. So I think I'll just turn that there so I can get a nice angle for where it is, because it's quite a heavy patterned paper. These score lines can sometimes be hard to see, but once you've got them burnished, they're absolutely fine. So that basically brings us to like this this tall, made from one sheet, tall 12 by 12 bag. When I say 12 by 12 bag, made from a 12 by 12. Just going to grab my scissors, because what I just need to do now is obviously for the bottom part, I need to snip away up to that first corner. So I've come in at an angle, and I'm going to come in at an angle down there. I'm also going to take away that top part as well on that little tab, so you can see that shape. I'm going to do exactly the same here, where I'm going in at an angle on both sides of those smaller flaps. So you can see there, to create a nice little tab, whichever one you call it. Going up to that corner again and into this corner. Again, so you can start to see it taking shape, as you would do normally with the box. But literally, just go up to that score line, which is that 10-inch mark that we had, and then again, just like so, and that then creates your bottle bag. And it is a fabulous, and let me grab my tape pen, and literally, make sure I move caps off, there it is, just pop down, and I'm going to pop a couple of pieces of glue just onto there. And then make it easier, flatten this end here onto this sheet, and then just take that, and as long as you've lined it up to the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to make sure I've done that. Yep, that's just before I actually stick and adhere that down. That I'm happy with where that is. Now I can put the pressure on and the heat on there to seal that, because I'm happy it's flush against the top, but I want to generate a bit of heat. Obviously I can't get both my hands right down into there, so just generate that heat by rubbing your fingers over the top to get that adhesion stuck down, okay? Now, for this part, we're going to just stick these down like so, and then that creates the bottom part of your box or your bag. So with that in mind, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue here. A little bit of glue here. And one more just onto there, just so I can stick all of those down. And you only need it on the 3 sides. So if I just, in fact, you know what? I'm going to do it like so. I'm going to make that a bit neater. There we go. Like so. And then just stick that down. And if you've got a little bit of a overhang, I can actually snip that down. So I can literally take my scissors. What was that, Sam? Oops, sorry. I thought you were warning me of the time, Sam. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. I get a little bit carried away sometimes, and there'd be me thinking, well, we stand here for an hour and a half. It won't matter. Right, so that is that 12 by 12. From that one sheet, a 12 by 12. I am just going to pinch in the two sides. So just down here, can you see? You can, of course, do that with a scoreboard and just come down maybe an inch or two to put that in. However, you can just push it in with your finger and it still creates that bottle bag effect really nice and neatly. So that is your bottle bag done. And you can then use your hole punch to pop a hole punch. Actually, I think I've got my hole punch with me. Let's see if I've got it in here. I've got it in my bag. Yes, you have, Debbie. Fabulous. So I'm just going to pop that in and pop my hole punch. In fact, I might put two in. Oops, did it go down far enough, Debbie? Little faux pas there, but I can cover that up. It's absolutely fine. There we go. So you've got your hole punches in, ready for threading your ribbon through. And then taking your tags. So shall we use our tags again? This time I'm going to come in with a couple of the smaller ones. So a smaller one, I think I'll go with that size. You can use... So you've got Centura Pearl with this, which I think would give a really nice sheen, a finish. And I'm going to pop a couple of pieces. You could go up to about two, probably about 3 of these. I'm going to just do 2 for now. But this is a 310 GSM, so that's like 620. Well, if it can cut mount board, which is a lot thicker, and if I just put that side by side, I know that there's going to be no problem whatsoever to cut through like 3 sheets of that. So I'll just pop another one on there. And again, it's the same way. And at this point, you could actually cut with your, if you wanted to have like a couple of sheets of your cardstock with a bit of paper over the top, you could absolutely do that as well at the same time. So you can cut out both. And we will be doing and talking about that a little bit more later on as the day goes on. I'm just going to hold those 2 pieces down with a bit of low tack tape. It's the same combination with your plastic shim and the cutting plate over the top and run that through your Gemini. I can see there's been some questions coming through. I'm going to try my very hardest to get through them in the 9 minutes that I've got left. Bet, we are back at Wake Up Call at 12 p.m. here in the UK. And I can never remember. I thought I'd nailed it down, but turns out I haven't. Look at this, 3 pieces easily. I could have probably done 4, to be in all honesty. I could have probably got away with 4 pieces. And that is 310, so that's 369. 310, 620. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a heavyweight. And it's cut through those really, really easily with no trouble whatsoever. And that's the difference between a multimedia die to a regular die. So with that in mind, we just create our tags, and I've got quite a few actually now, so you can see it can create multiple tags. If you want a thicker tag as well, you could stick those 2 together. It is a symmetrical shape, that's on all of them, so you could stick both of those 2 together if you wanted to. But me personally, I'd be using them and creating quite a few die cuts in one piece and bagging all of those up, because that is 6 tags that I've got ready-made, one pass of the machine, and I potentially could have gone to 8. We might push that through later. Question from Ruth. Can you put the mount board through the MIDI? Ruth will go through that in the wake-up call, so stay tuned and I'll talk about that, and I'll show you if that goes through the MIDI or the mini, because some of these dies are small enough to go in the mini as well. But yes, so I will come to that, but obviously we're fast running out of time and I haven't got the time, but I will grab hold of it and I will show you what it can do through there as well, okay? So do make sure you tune in. Right, so literally all you're going to do now is, like I said, you could take your paper and you could cut out those tags again and put them over the top. I didn't. I actually just used I just took the measurements from the site. Can you see the imprint? It's like an embossed imprint. I just took the measurements on there, and Debbie can't remember because she did them the other day, so I'll just quickly check. I did a 1.5 width for that one by 2.5. The bigger one, the larger one, measures in at that panel at 3.5 by 1.75. So literally all I did to create my tags was I popped 2 of them together, but I actually did cut out the tag with the paper and gave it a little backing piece as well, just to pop onto the box base there. And then literally I've just used a dad, because this might be from my Father's Day tipple going in his little bag there. I'm just going to pop this on, one from the alphabet dies that I've just used, I actually found and just mounted onto using the same matching paper. So I've got a couple of tag options there, which I then could use to thread through and add on to my bag. And I'm just going to stick those there very quickly because I want to recap very quickly, and we'll probably do and repeat something a bit similar in the wake-up call, but with just a different style. But yeah, use your tags with your beautiful paper. When I say beautiful paper, I mean, come on guys, look at this. It is absolutely stunning paper, and I know you are absolutely loving it because I've seen the comments coming through. I know for a fact that the showstopper is flying, so make sure, and I'll repeat that again for you in a second. We've had a few more people come on and say good morning, Kirsty D on YouTube. It's half term, yay! Yeah, my poor daughter, I'm away all week as well. I'm not going to see the kids. I'm not going to see my granddaughter until her actual birthday, because I'm here every day until Friday. Then I'm not here Friday because it's her birthday. I can't believe 7. She's going to be 7. Where's that gone? So I'm not seeing them, and it's half term, missing out on all the fun. Promise it wasn't timed, Tasha, if you're watching, it wasn't timed, because I know full well she usually likes a little bit of help during those weeks. So she says Kirsty's off for the week and she's going to enjoy CTV in peace. No bank holidays in the Netherlands. Is that where you're from, Doreen? Didn't realise, my lovely. No bank holiday. She says it's Thursday is a day off for a lot of companies, and Friday as well. Yeah, absolutely. In England, but not in Scotland. I didn't realise that, Rebecca, thank you. It's Memorial Day here in the US, so it's a bank holiday. Thank you, Sarah, for letting me know. And Cindy Conde on YouTube says, got up in time to do a bit of shopping and grab the showstopper. Happy dance here in Texas. Yes, very much a happy dance here in the UK as well. Now, I will just very quickly recap that showstopper. It is the Weekly Wonder. We're starting off and kick-starting our shows of CTV this week with the first one with the multimedia die tags. They're cutting dies. They're super fabulous, super versatile, and we will show you some more samples at the start of CTV Wake Up Call, or our Wake Up Call show at 12 o'clock with our lovely Craig. The paper pad is causing an absolute riot, and I am not surprised. I'll just give you another quick flick through there. A or B side, this is absolutely stunning. You guys are loving it just as much as we have done here in the UK, and we absolutely adore this pad. It is 36 sheets, 12 designs, 3 of each, of gloriousness on both front and the back. And then in that showstopper deal, we're going to throw in them 10 sheets of Centura Pearl, which is your Int of Silver, and exclusive to the showstopper bundle only. You cannot buy this on its own. This is our latest huge, can I just say, craft tote, which I absolutely love because it's in the original colour, purple colour there, and absolutely fabulous. So that's your showstopper deal, which is £50 here in the UK, $60, and more importantly, tariff-free. So, you know, extra charges, and that's before we take off your membership level as well. So just bear that in mind. That's your showstopper bundle. You can absolutely get hold of both of these separately, but to be fair, for an extra £10 or $10, you're going to get that Centura Pearl and the tote bag for an extra £10, $10. So just bear that in mind. These can be purchased separately if that's what you want to do as well. But I'm just going to say I'm going to have to round it all up. I can't believe, where's that hour gone? I did say I were a little bit worried about doing an hour on my own. I thought I were going to have some awkward silences. Yeah, Jamie's like that. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, I can talk too much sometimes. I can talk too much. Thank you to absolutely everybody who's joined me. Thank you to social media superstar Jan. Thanks to Jamie, Sam, Johnny, Craig. We'll see you all here in an hour? 1 hour's time. Please do make sure you join us. Can't wait to have your company. We're going to go through a lot more demonstrations as well, and give you a sneak peek of what's coming up later on in the day as well. So thank you very much for joining me on my first solo show. I'll see you all in an hour.